we've got a 20-year programme of improvements for the housing stock in Darlington. So we actually programme a range of work which includes bathrooms, kitchens, renewals. We also do rewire work, and we've done major work to sheltered housing schemes for the elderly as well. What we do is we start from actually engaging with tenants themselves about the range of measures that they would like to see in their homes. So that's our starting point. But then we look at how we actually meet government legislation in terms of decent home standards as well, sort of minimum standards. And we actually operate an enhanced Darlington standard, which actually is above the minimum government standard.
The customer liaison officer will visit the tenant in their homes to discuss with them what works will be undertaken during the IPM programme. So this will include kitchens, bathrooms, full rewire of the property, and discussing with them what kind of options they would like in their property.
Roughly 8 weeks before we start the work, myself and Sandra Teasdale, the tenant liaison officer, come to the property and we go through everyone's different needs. Everyone's not the same, everyone's treated on an individual basis, so all things are taken into consideration.
At the first meeting, we're actually talking about what the work is and what the work entails, and we split it down into the rewire, the new kitchen and the new bathroom, and if it's appropriate, the heating, and go through what each bit entails. As part of the kitchen and bathroom choice, we actually then show them the kitchens and the bathrooms that they can choose from, all the tiles, all the kitchen choices, the unit choices, the worktop choices.
They contacted us, they came out, they talked us through really how the work would go. We spoke with a kitchen planner who came with his computer, took the measurements, and within a few minutes really we had a sort of a plan of the
a 3-day plan of the kitchen.
So it was really
and we
good.
could then see what it was going to look like when it was finished, although there was nothing at all done to it at that time.
We understand that the works that are ongoing will cause a lot of disruption to the tenants. Ripping out of a kitchen and a bathroom means that for that day you will be without kitchen facilities and without bathroom facilities. In addition to that, the rewire that takes place is very messy, because what will happen is that the builders will come in, chase out for new wiring and take all wiring out. So as you can imagine, this will create a lot of dust and a lot of mess in your property. So for the time that work's ongoing, it's best if you can either be out of the property or keep yourself in one room where you're out of the way of the workmen.
I think the tenants need to appreciate that we need to be in every single room, and the kitchen needs to be emptied completely. So everything that's in the kitchen needs to be boxed up and actually put securely into boxes. Ornaments, pictures, mirrors, anything that are on walls that when we start banging, things could fall off the walls. The workforce carrying materials through can knock lamps over. So we try to take everything that's on the top of anything to ensure that it's packed away.
In the 5 working days, on the first working day, it is a rewire, which entails a carpet fitter coming in, lifting carpets, a plasterer coming in, plastering after the electricians, and a full rewire. At the end of that working day, the carpet fitters come back and put the carpets back and furniture back and take the sheets off. On the second working day, we have joiners and plumbers who put the new kitchen in and the new bathroom. On the third day, we have the tilers who tile the bathroom and the kitchen. The fourth working day, we have the electric shower that goes in and the new floor coverings are prepared. And the fifth working day, the floor coverings go down to the bathroom and kitchen, and whatever carpets need to go back down, the carpets are going down, and we have to do this in 5 working days.
When the works start on site, you will be visited by a number of people. There'll be tradespeople, joiners, plumbers, electricians, plasterers, and there'll also be a site supervisor. All of our workforce will carry identification and should be wearing either Darlington uniform, or if they're a subcontractor, they will be carrying identification showing that they work for that company.
The information I send out with regards to the work tells the tenant that all the workforce have uniforms and identification with them. It also tells them, there's a letter, that if they have any doubt about people working in the property or people knocking on the door, my telephone number's on the letter and I can vouch for whether that person's actually employed by the council.
We always make sure that at the end of the working day the tenant has the toilet, the bathroom, water to the sink, gas and electric heating.
Make sure that you get all your stuff packed up so that it can be then moved out and put into storage so that the workmen can get in and get on with the work. That makes it get done quicker.
Dust is everywhere, literally everywhere, and it stays everywhere for 2 and 3 weeks afterwards because it's settled in the air. But eventually it goes away. It's, you clean up and it goes away. So, and that's the worst thing you can expect, the dust, I think.
I think it's important to actually capture the views of people that actually live and experience Darlington and actually live in our homes. They are the experts in the field. We might have the technical expertise, but they know what makes a difference to their lives within Darlington and what sort of improvements they would most benefit from in Darlington.
It's important for us to get the views and opinions of our tenants for the works that have been completed in their homes. As such, on completion of the works, we will ask you to complete a customer satisfaction form so that we can feed in to make improvements for the future and find out where we are going right and where we're going wrong in the whole process.
We pay rent and we expect a good service, and as good a service as we can possibly have, and that is important to us.
And I think you need to be aware of, or you need to I wanted to know exactly what the work would entail and what was going to happen, because you can't do work without causing disruption. It just doesn't happen. So you need to know exactly what's going to happen, and that was, I think, was made quite clear to us.
When we come to do the work, a lot of people can see how much mess we make. But 99% of the time, once we've done the work, we leave. Everyone are over the moon. They can't believe how much the house is transformed, and they absolutely love it.
I've spent a lot of time in the kitchen because I like to cook and like to bake, and it really is nice. And you can walk in now and it's all shiny and new, and it's really good. I love everything about it.